Are you reinventing the process every time a new project starts? You're spending way too much time writing the same emails, explaining the same things, or scrambling to remember what the next step is. That's not a time management issue, it's a systems issue. In this video, I want to show you how you can create a very simple SOP, standard operating procedure, that can save you hours every week, reduce decision fatigue, and help you build a business that feels clear and streamlined. Let's get into it. Even if you're working solo and you're not ready to hire yet, having SOPs in place is one of the best ways that you can manage your time and get your mental energy back. We'll cover what an SOP actually is, why it's essential, and the formats that you can use, and which systems you can document first. And yes, if you're thinking about bringing on help, SOPs are going to come really handy. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What is an SOP? As I said, it stands for Standard Operating Procedure, and it's just a step-by-step for how something is done in your business. Think of it like a recipe. When you want to make a cake, you have to follow different steps, different ingredients, and it's going to make the cake. And it's the same thing for your onboarding process. If you want your onboarding process to be successful, there are 3 things that you need to be doing, and that is what we are going to document. No more starting from scratch. So everything that you do all over and over again, the exact same thing from one project to the next, we're going to create an SOP for it. It's always the same thing. We don't want to have to think about it twice. Most people think that SOPs are only for big corporations, but it's not. And it's actually even more helpful if you're working on your own. And here's why: because you're going to stop reinventing the wheel, you're going to work faster and more consistently, which is key for a solopreneur. Then you're going to eliminate decision fatigue and wasted time. You're going to identify and fix things that do not work in your process, and you're going to make your business trainable for when you're finally ready to scale your business. And you're going to make your business trainable, so when you start hiring, it's going to be much smoother and much faster because your process is in a document that is clear for anyone joining your team to understand. What makes a great SOP? Well, it's just one that is going to be simple, clear, and gets you the result. It doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to be easy to follow. So, for example, a clear title, the purpose or the outcome, what is it for? A step-by-step breakdown of the task or steps, links to tools, login details, template, folders, screenshots, and examples are good things to have in there. A checklist version is also a good idea if you like this format. So anything that will make it clear and simple and leave no room for guesswork, basically. There's really no perfect format, and that's what's going to work best for you. But things that I've seen work really well. Number one, text-based works really well. You're just going to outline in a document like Google Docs, or even in your project management software if you want. I would recommend a Google Word document, and I would create a database somewhere. So for me, it's on Google Drive. I have a folder for SOPs for new designers, SOPs for clients, SOPs for project managers. Then number 2, you can have a video-based SOP. This is great if you would like to show someone your process for doing something, for example, like putting together a mood board. Sometimes it's easier to show your screen and talk about something because you're actually showing it at the same time. So I know some clients don't like text-based. They love to record videos. If this is what works for you, then go ahead. You can also do a hybrid, which I love. It's my personal favorite. Some things, it's good to have them on text. You can always go back to it. You have the clear instructions on paper, but you also want to show something on the screen. So it works great to have both, and you can include the link to the video in the document. So a few ideas of SOPs that you can create first. I do not suggest that you start with 25 SOPs. Start small. Start with 3 to 5 things that you do on a regular basis that you get really frustrated that you have to do them all over again every time, or explain to someone how to do them when you've done them so many times. Just create an SOP for that. But start with the client onboarding. Honestly, at the inquiry phase, for example, how inquiries are handled. There's a lot at the inquiry phase that you can automate because it's always the same thing, including the emails that you're going to be sending to inquiries, the templates to send, how they get booked, all of this. There's so much opportunity for you to automate. And we also have a great bundle. It's the communication pack that has 26 email templates. This is great because so many emails at this stage have the potentials to be more streamlined, more automated. So go for it. Don't waste time writing the same type of emails every single time. Then during the sourcing process, where to look, how to get the login info, the timeline for procurement. If there are things that are always so repetitive, automate it, create an SOP, sending proposals. What is your process for sending a proposals? What steps to follow? What platforms to do it on? Is it Dubsado, for example? Your Instagram content, do you have a timeline? How do you plan? How do you write captions? What templates do you use to create stories, to create reels, to create posts? If you have a process for that, document it. So SOPs seems like a fancy word for big corporations, but it's really not. It's a great way for creatives to stay in the creative side, to stay in their zone of genius, when you don't have to worry so much about admin tasks that are outside your zone of genius. Then you can really focus on what you love. So creating a few SOPs to document your process is going to make your life much easier in the long run. And when you're ready to hire, it's going to make it easier for you to share something that you've been doing 100 times, and it's going to be easier for them to understand what is expected of them as well. So I will link the communication pack in the description. Our signature client bundle is the same thing. Having templates that you can reuse for every client is a type of an SOP. So having clear documents with a structure that doesn't change for every client, you just need to change the content based on the new project, is going to make your life much easier. So I will link it down below as well. And I will see you in the next video.